Alright, well if this is the first time you're watching this video, I strongly recommend you don't look at the comments just yet, because I'd really like you to try this interactive card trick, and the comments will spoil the effect. So what I'd like you to do is just have a deck of 52 cards ready, no jokers, and enough space on a table in front of you so that you've got about a 12-inch square area, because we're going to deal a 4x4 square of cards, grid of cards, okay? So 16 cards in total. So if you have a 52 deck of cards ready, and we'll move on. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread out this deck face up on the table, and I'd like you to just quickly glance at a number card, okay? Not a court card, because they're kind of complicated for this experiment, and you can also ignore aces, because aces are one of the more common cards that most people pick. So I'd just like you to quickly glance at a number card, 2 through 10, okay? As soon as you just see a card in the spread, commit to that card and visualize that card in your mind, okay? So I'm going to just quickly spread the cards. I'd just like you to look for a number card. You see one, visualize it, keep it in your mind. That's your special secret card, okay? With that card, visualize in your mind. I'll bring the deck back here. I'd like you to follow along with your deck. And you're going to deal the cards face up on the table, just like so. So 4 cards at a time, like this. So we're going to create this 4x4 grid, okay? Now, as we're doing this, I'd like you to look out for your secret visualized card amongst the cards you're dealing on your table, not my cards. Ignore my cards. I'm just showing you as an example how to deal the cards, okay? Now, for the rest of the cards, I'd like you to deal, you can start with a column or a row. It doesn't matter, whichever you want to start first. Say you decide to do a row. You just deal 4 cards at a time on any one of the horizontal rows. You could do another row if you wanted, or you could start with any column and deal 4 cards down a column. You could even deal the same column or row again, the same row or column you just dealt. It doesn't matter. As long as you deal 4 cards at a time, it can be any row, any column, okay? And you can repeat the same column, like I said, and or the same row, or you can do as many columns as you like until you're down to the last 4 cards. You can choose any row or column until you've dealt out the entire deck. Okay, so also hopefully you've noticed where your secret card has landed in which packet. If not, you can just quickly go through each packet and look through your packets for your secret card. Whatever packet your secret card happens to be in, I want you to turn that packet over. So let's just say for this example your secret card ended up in this packet on your table, and you would turn it face down. And what you're going to do next is you're going to discard all the cards in the same row, horizontal row, as the packet you just turned over. And you're just going to set those discards just somewhere close by, face down. And then you're also going to discard all the cards in the same column as your face down packet, just like so. And just set those on the discard pile. Now with the remaining face up cards, you can just turn over any one of the packets over. It might even be just a single card you have left there, it doesn't matter. But any one of the face-up packets or single cards, turn it face over, and then again, just discard all the cards in the same column that are remaining and the same row that are remaining beside your face-down packet, okay? And lastly, you have just one more packet to turn over with the 4 remaining face-ups, so whatever one you want, I might say turn over this one single card that I have. And then I, of course, again, get rid of the cards in the same row that are left and in the same column that are left. And then you should have just one face-up packet of cards left. You can just turn those over. Now what I'd like you to do is just to pick up the packet that contained your selected card. Okay, if you can remember what packet that was. If not, of course, you could just go through each of one of the 4 packets left on the table. Just look for your selected card. Simply remove your selected card to the top of the packet, turn the packet face down, and then grab the remaining 3 packets on the table and set them underneath all of the cards. and so that you have your secret card remaining still on top of your random size packet of cards. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take all your discards and you're simply going to bury your selected card and square up the deck, just like so, and just leave the deck untouched in front of you. And then we're going to move on to doing this quantum shuffle, like I'd like to call it, if you will. So it's fair to say, I'm sure, that I have no idea what card you visualized or where it could possibly be in the deck based on the amount of cards that you've selected and where it ended up. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to get you to just to pause the video in a moment, and when you pause the video you're going to do this, what I like to call the quantum shuffle, like what I was just mentioning. It's akin to the down-under shuffle, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. What you're going to do is you're just going to deal the first card from the top of the deck down on the table, the next card on the bottom of the deck. Then you're going to deal the next card down on the table and the next card on the bottom. So you're just going to keep alternating down, under, down, under, down, under, down, under, all the way through the entire deck until you've completed the down, under deal through the entire deck and it's all squared up on the table. Okay? So if you could just pause the video, start with the top card on the table first, down, next card under, all the way through the deck, and when you're done we'll move on. So I'll just move the deck out of the way, assuming you've paused the video. You've done the down under deal now, we've come back, we have our deck squared up after the down under deal. Now, believe it or not, by doing this quantum shuffle, as I prefer to call it for this experiment, what has happened is your selected card has actually merged with the identical card, believe it or not, in my deck of cards. Now, just leave your deck of cards alone on your table. Don't touch them just yet. What you're going to do is just watch on this video. I'm going to deal through my entire deck of cards, counting out loud to each card, and I'd like you to look out for your secret selected card. And if this worked, your card should have disappeared, merging with the identical card in my deck. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So, interestingly enough, you've noticed it's 51 cards. We're missing one. If this worked, it should have been your card that's missing. So hopefully that worked, and even though the card has seemed to have disappeared, it's still with the deck. It's just naturally resting on top of the deck. It's just invisible on my deck because of the quantum merging, or whatever you want to call it. I know it sounds quite bizarre, but on your end the card should be left resting on top of your deck, which, go ahead and just flip over the top card of your deck, look at it, and that should be your card. So hopefully that worked, and yeah, so let me know how that worked. Leave some feedback, and thumb ups, of course, are always appreciated, and thanks for watching.